Men are the only ones that truly understand the hardships of being a man in today's world. Nobody cares about us, and we're constantly being told how useless we are, even though we are the ones holding up society on our backs and making this system run efficiently. They send us to wars to get deleted in the name of freedom. They use our need to have kids against us, drain our finances, and throw us in jail to support women and kids unjustly. They hate us just for being born a male. That is the reality of most men worldwide, and nobody cares. Your mother doesn't care about your hardships. Your wife or girlfriend is only with you to drain and suck you dry of all your resources and what you provide. Your kids will love their mom more than how they love you, and if given a choice, most of them would choose her over having both you and her mother in their lives. The system only wants to use you for what you can provide, and it has no problem draining you of everything you own to keep running. This is what the modern man has to endure, and nobody ever stops to thank us for our sacrifice. We have men that do the real hard work in society, and people don't give a crap. As a matter of fact, these men are looked down on. Nobody cares about the men that keep the power grid running and the men that ensure clean water is pumped into oxygen thieves' pipelines. Men working on the oil rigs to supply all of us with fuel and energy. The truckers who deliver food and supplies to every store, and the men that provide safety and security for all of us in society. That is what men have to go through. When last have you heard society praise these men for the great sacrifice that they offer to society, risking their lives for the rest of the ungrateful and entitled people? Watch this. Mother's Day is one of the most popular days in the world. What about Father's Day? Do fathers get the same or anywhere near the same amount of praise as mothers? No, they don't. Nobody gives a crap about men, not even some of our kids that we go to bed hungry for. It's unfortunate, but society doesn't value men, and by the looks of it, nothing will change anytime soon. Am I saying that nobody values men? Of course not. There are still people in society that sees the value in men and how important it is to have masculinity. But Western countries see masculinity and strong men as a threat that needs to be put down and squashed instead of promoted and praised. Then they prop up women, give them all the power, and treat the very same men they rely on as second-class citizens and expect us to just deal with it. This is why male spaces exist online, simply because nobody cares about men and they just see us as a means to an end. I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. That is why men got sick and tired of being beaten and put down for no reason at all and are saying no more. Some men have completely given up and are waiting to die. Some men have checked out of society and are done with trying to be good enough. And some other men are going overseas to where at least they feel like they are wanted and valued. And I don't blame men for checking out because I am also one of those men. The amount of time that I've been put down by women, family members, and people in society, I no longer care, nor will I help any of them. I'm not going to help my family financially. I'm not going to wife up a woman and provide for her ungrateful ass. I'm not going to risk my life in a war to fight for the elites and the women and children. F that BS. I'm not doing it. I'm going to live the rest of my life for myself and on my terms. You guys can still choose to do those stuff, but I won't. I always say to men, go where you're wanted, not where you're tolerated. And to me, it's evident that people don't want men in society besides when it's time to provide and die on the battlefield. So I will go where I don't have to do any of that, which is my own way. Since everybody else just wants to use men, make fun of men, and treat us like crap, the only solution is just to go your own way. This is why I promote the free agent lifestyle, going your own way in monk mode so much, because they free us from having to be the workhorse of women in society. We no longer have to get married to an unappreciative and miserable individual who's there for their own self-gain. We no longer have to conform to society's standards and do what they want us to do. No, no more. We will do what we want to do with our lives going forward. I don't believe we were put on this earth to slave away, provide for ungrateful people, and still get treated as less than. That's just how I think, but you are entitled to your own opinion. Instead of just hearing my thoughts on the subject, let us see what other people are saying. I went to Quora, and some people were discussing the same topic, so let's hear what they have to say. The question that was asked was, are men less valuable than women? What do you guys think? I believe we are treated as less valuable than women. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Let's dive into it. Charlie says, yes, I believe that women's lives are more valuable than men's lives. For example, 10 women can conjure up a lie saying that they were raped 30 years ago without a shred of paper evidence, and the man, as innocent as he may be, will not have a leg to stand on. He will be judged, prosecuted, and treated like a criminal. 10 teenage boys can legitimately come forward with grave allegations against a guilty woman. Society will laugh, and justice will not be served against the guilty woman. A group of women can conjure up a lie to get one man fired, maybe because they hate him. He will be fired on the spot. A group of men can legitimately or conjure up a lie to get a woman fired, and nothing will come of it. She will most likely not have to worry about being fired. You know, all of what Charlie said was straight facts. I can't even believe that the Me Also movement is a thing to this day. How do you come out decades after without any evidence of being done wrong, and you get to ruin a man's life? This is why I say they hate us, and I'm not the only one that says this. Women openly vocalize how much they hate men, and nobody puts them in their place. So why on earth would I care about society when they don't care about men? Also, the number of men that have been fired from their jobs wrongfully because of a woman is absurd. Many times the woman didn't have to prove that he did her anything. It's just her words against yours, and that's enough to take away your livelihood. And you're telling me that society doesn't hate us? Let's continue. A woman can conjure up a lie, saying she was beaten up and harassed by an innocent man. The man will most likely be greeted by men outside his home who will physically attack him, kind of like Cape Fear with Robert De Niro when they went after him with chains. A small-frame man innocent of any wrongdoing can come forward with bruises all over his body because he's not supposed to fight back against a woman. And he could say that his wife or girlfriend, who is twice his size, physically and mentally abused him. Men are going to laugh at him and tell him to be a man, and women will be on the woman's side, saying, "You go girl, kick his butt again." Stuff like this happens all the time. Women get treated better by men and women, but most of all by men. Gents again, this guy is keeping the knees on their necks. I don't even have to add much. I'll say this, be careful of men in the blue-pilled matrix. A lot of men are all too ready to lay down their lives to protect a woman they don't even know, and many men will delete you over a woman if you're not careful. We call this over on Coach's channel as death by simp, so be extremely careful of men like these and protect your life first or foremost. The amount of men that have died over women is ridiculous, so don't end up being one of them, and definitely don't go out and protect women. Let them handle it. After all, they're strong and independent and don't need no man. If it's a close relative like your daughter and maybe your mother, then yes, you should protect them if you have evidence that they are the victim and not the perpetrator. That's just my opinion. You can do whatever you want. I'm not dying over no woman who was lying or the one causing the problem. She can die, not me. Even if it's my daughter, I don't give a damn. Let's continue. At bars, there's ladies' night where the females get their drinks for free. Men buy them drinks, and they are treated like royalty. If a woman approaches a man at a bar to flirt with him and he tells her to go away, he will be made fun of, laughed at, or he will be called a member of the Rainbow or Skittles community. Gents, the normie world will always use shaming tactics against men to get you to act right. This is what I do. Whatever name they call me, I say yes, I am. Now what? They have no power over you when you agree with them, and they'll have to try something else out of that dusty playbook. By the way, I don't recommend you approach random women at bars and nightclubs either. The women are literally there to reject men and get attention, so don't even waste your time. Let's wrap it up. A man can approach a woman in a bar and flirt with her. She can tell him to F off. Guys would come to her rescue and threaten the guy with violence if he persisted in flirting with her. Her friends may chime in and say, "Go away, you creepy pervert." She's not interested. In a marriage or relationship, a cheating woman can be sleeping with another man. Later, she tells her husband that she wants a divorce. He has to pay her half of what he owns, then she and her new husband will live comfortably. A man then catches his wife cheating with another man. He wants a divorce. She still gets half of what he has. No matter the situation, the female will always win. This is why women are more valuable and more important than men. This guy deserves a round of applause. Hell yeah, he has this all down to the teeth. I can see he's experienced some of the BS just like the rest of us. My brothers, the only solution to all of this is to go your own way. Free agent lifestyle or monk mode. That's it. There's no other way. Women, children, and society has proved that they don't care or value us, so why participate in trying to prove yourself to them? I've seen children choose the stepfather over their biological father and only want to see him when they need money. Man, F that and just walk away. I'm done. Share the video with a man that needs to hear why society treats him like crap. Drop a donation while you're at it. The links to our Cash App and PayPal are in the description box below. And if you want to watch some of our most hard-hitting RP videos where I was more hardcore and went in hard on these 304s, then click the playlist on the screen to watch Season 3 of our RP series.